The NFL season is building up to one of its most exciting moments of the year, the draft. With only a few weeks left until the big day, the anticipation is palpable, and there's no better time to dive into what's about to unfold. Today, we're bringing you our mock draft 5.0. We've already rolled out 4 versions of this, but now we're taking it to the next level. This one's going to include trades. That's right, we're adding a whole new layer of unpredictability and strategy into the mix. But let's be real for a second. Making trades during the draft is not an easy task. It's a challenge full of unknowns. There are countless variables, and one wrong move can shake things up completely. Still, that's what makes the process so intriguing. The best GMs and decision-makers thrive in this chaos. Today, we're going to try our hand at predicting how teams might move, what players could spark a trade, and how they might go about securing the guy they really want. The goal is to be strategic, to think carefully about each decision, and to try to see it from the perspective of the decision-makers themselves. Now, for those of you who might be new to this, let me give you a quick rundown of how this mock draft works. We'll be running 3 simulations today, each with 5 rounds. The rules are simple. No player can be picked more than once across all simulations, and every simulation must feature at least one trade. With these 2 key rules in mind, we'll explore different scenarios and see how trades can reshape a team's draft strategy. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stick with us and let's see where this wild ride takes us. The draft is a momentous occasion for every NFL team, and the decisions made in those crucial first rounds can set the tone for the future. Whether you're a fan of team or just someone who loves the sport, there's something exciting about watching a player's fate unfold, seeing them transition from college stars to NFL hopefuls. And as we approach the big event, the pressure is on the general managers and coaching staff to make the right calls. They've spent months scouting, analyzing tape, meeting with prospects, and trying to make sense of the ever-changing draft landscape. But even with all that prep, the draft is unpredictable. The talent available in this year's class is stacked, and making the right choices will be crucial for teams hoping to build for the future. As we kick off the 5.0 mock draft, let's acknowledge that we're just a few weeks away from what could be a game-changing event for many franchises. And this year, there's more to it than just the usual picks. Trades are a big part of the NFL draft, and I want to explore what could happen if teams start moving up and down the board. It's going to add a whole new layer of strategy to our mock draft. What if a team, let's say, trades up for a top-tier player? Or what if they decide to move down to accumulate more picks? There are endless possibilities, and that's what makes it fun. Now, to be transparent, I'm a little hesitant about diving into trades. They add complexity to the process, and predicting how teams will maneuver is no easy feat, but that's the beauty of it all, the unknown. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I'm ready to take the plunge. Today, we're going to try something a little different, and I'm excited to see how this mock draft shakes out. Will a team make a surprising move up the board? Will another team decide to move down for more picks? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This draft is going to be a roller coaster. For this first simulation, we'll kick things off with a trade. We've got the California team making a deal with the Florida team, swapping picks for some serious value. The California team is eyeing a player who's fallen down the rankings, and they're eager to move up to secure him before any of their division rivals can swoop in. It's a classic move in the draft, trying to outsmart your competition by getting a player who may have slipped further than expected. In this case, the California team is going to offer a first-round pick along with a third-rounder to get into a better position. The Florida team is going to give up their 4th-round picks at 119 and 121 in return. Why? Because there's a player that's just too good to let slip past them. That player, in this scenario, is none other than Ted McMillan, a wide receiver out of Arizona. McMillan has been one of the most talked-about prospects leading up to the draft, and while some scouts have lowered their expectations slightly, there's no denying his talent. He's been dropping in some mock drafts, and for whatever reason, teams are hesitant to pull the trigger on him. But I'm not buying it. McMillan is still one of the best receivers in this class, and if he's available, the California team isn't going to let him get away. They're willing to trade up to secure him, even if it means giving up a little more value than they would like. I've seen McMillan play live, and trust me when I say he's a game changer. Even though he didn't have his best performance against a top-tier defense, he showed flashes of brilliance. His ability to create separation, run crisp routes, and make tough catches in clutch situations is second to none. McMillan's a big, physical receiver who can line up all over the field, and his versatility makes him an ideal target for any NFL offense. The California team knows this, and they're not about to let him slip into the hands of a division rival. If McMillan is there at 19, they're going to move up and get him. I get that some might question whether this is worth the risk, especially considering that McMillan is ranked outside of the top 10 on some boards. But to me, he's a steal at that point in the draft. The California team has a chance to grab the best receiver in this class, and they're not about to let that opportunity pass. They're going to take the plunge and secure McMillan, even if it means parting with a third-round pick. It's a gamble worth taking, and in the long run, it could pay off big time. As we move into the second round, the California team's strategy shifts slightly. Now, they're looking for a pass rusher, and they've got their eye on a player who could really make an impact on the defensive line. This is a crucial pick, as the California team knows they need to build a strong defense if they want to be competitive in the long run. They're going to take a chance on a powerful edge rusher who has the tools to be a force in the NFL. The team is hoping to add someone who can bring pressure off the edge and disrupt opposing quarterbacks. They've already got an experienced player at the position, but they're looking for someone who can eventually take over and become the future of the defense. This second-round pick is key to solidifying the future of the defensive line, and the California team knows that bringing in a dynamic pass rusher could make all the difference. To round out the second round, the California team is looking for another offensive weapon, and they've got their sights set on a player who could be a perfect fit in their system. They've been keeping an eye on the tight end position, and there's one prospect in particular who stands out. This tight end is a versatile player who can block, catch passes, and make plays after the catch. He's a perfect complement to the team's offense, and they believe he could be a key contributor for years to come. By selecting him in the second round, they're adding a player who can help elevate the offense to the next level. Now, on to the third round. After making the move to secure McMillan in the first round, the team is looking to build on their draft success. They've traded away a third-round pick, but they've got another fourth-round pick coming their way, and they're ready to use it. There's a tight end prospect from a small school who's been flying under the radar, but the California team believes he's got the skills to be a future star in the NFL. He's a solid blocker, a good receiver, and he has the potential to develop into one of the top tight ends in the league. As the team heads into the later rounds, they're looking for value, and they're hoping to find some hidden gems who can contribute right away. They've got a solid foundation in place, but they know they need to keep adding talent to the roster if they want to be competitive. This draft is just the beginning, and the California team is determined to make the most of every pick they have. With a few strategic trades and smart selections, they could be setting themselves up for success in the future. Moving into the fourth round, the California team is in a position to add another piece to their growing roster. They've already made some key selections, but there's still plenty of work to be done. They've got an extra fourth-round pick thanks to their earlier trade, and they're looking to use it wisely. The team has identified a player who they believe can provide immediate depth at a crucial position: cornerback. This prospect, coming out of a top college program, has the physical tools and coverage skills to make an impact early in his career. Though he may need some refinement in terms of technique and consistency, his potential is undeniable. He's a big, physical corner who can press receivers at the line and cover both inside and outside, which is exactly what the California team needs to strengthen their secondary. Cornerbacks are always in high demand, and adding a player with raw talent who can develop into a reliable starter is a smart move. The team understands that the defensive backfield is an area that needs constant reinforcements, especially with the high-powered offenses in their division. By adding this cornerback, they not only bolster their defense, but also set themselves up with depth for the future. His physicality and athleticism make him an intriguing prospect, and he could be a key player for the team moving forward. As the draft enters the final rounds, the California team is beginning to focus more on filling specific needs and identifying players who could offer immediate contributions, even if it means taking a few risks. They've already secured some great picks, but now it's about adding those final pieces to complete their roster. They got another fourth-round pick, and this time, they're turning their attention to the running back position. The team has an established starter, but they need to find someone who can provide depth and potentially develop into a future starter. The player they're targeting in the fourth round is a running back who had a breakout year at the collegiate level. He's got great vision and is known for his ability to make defenders miss in the open field. While he's not the biggest or the fastest back available, his versatility and football IQ make him an attractive option. The California team believes that with the right coaching and development, he can become a valuable asset in both the running and passing game. His ability to contribute on special teams is another selling point, as it gives the team flexibility in how they use him. Moving into the fifth round, the California team is starting to look for players who can add depth to their roster in positions that might not be as high on the priority list, but still need attention. They're hoping to find some hidden gems in this round, players who might not have the same hype as those selected earlier in the draft, but who could develop into reliable contributors over time. With their final pick in the fifth round, the team is looking at a wide receiver who has the potential to be a solid rotational piece in the offense. This receiver is known for his speed and ability to stretch the field, which would add another dimension to the team's receiving core. Though he's not likely to be an immediate starter, his ability to take the top off the defense and create separation deep down the field could prove invaluable as the season progresses. The California team has been missing that deep threat option, and they believe this receiver has the raw talent to provide that spark. It's a bit of a gamble, but in the fifth round, the potential upside is too great to ignore. If he can develop his route running and improve his consistency, he could eventually become a key part of the offense. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Los Angeles Chargers. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are growing louder in Los Angeles as the Chargers set their sights on a surprising yet intriguing prospect, Geno Smith. Once seen as a journeyman quarterback bouncing between teams, Smith's recent resurgence has transformed him into one of the NFL's most compelling comeback stories. Now, after a brief stint with the Las Vegas Raiders, the seasoned quarterback may be heading back to familiar territory. And this time, the Chargers are more than just a pit stop. The excitement within the Chargers organization is palpable. Sources close to the team reveal a genuine enthusiasm about the possibility of bringing Smith into the fold. After watching him shatter records in Seattle, earn a Pro Bowl nod, and silence doubters with clutch performances, including a heroic game-winning drive against the 49ers in Week 11 of the 2024 season, the Chargers believe they may have found a steady, experienced hand to lead their offense. Smith's 2024 numbers speak volumes. With over 4,200 passing yards, a completion rate north of 70%, and multiple franchise records rewritten, he proved that his 2022 season was no fluke. And while the Raiders traded for him in March 2025, the lack of a contract extension has left his future wide open, a window of opportunity the Chargers are eager to seize. The connection runs deeper than stats. Smith previously served as a backup in Los Angeles and left a positive impression during his time with the Chargers. That familiarity, combined with the team's current need for leadership under center, could make this reunion a seamless transition. Insiders suggest the Chargers view Smith not just as a stopgap, but as someone who could bring stability and poise to a team hungry for playoff relevance. Whether or not the deal materializes, one thing is clear. Geno Smith's journey has come full circle. From second-round pick to career revival, and now a potential return to Los Angeles, the veteran quarterback has once again captured the NFL's attention. And this time, the Chargers are ready to give him the spotlight he's earned. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Los Angeles Chargers, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.